A very good morning, dear students. I hope you all are fine. 12th graders, in last session, we have completed till chapter 2nd before PT1 exams. Afterward, we are completing with chapter 3rd, that is Excel sheet. Excel sheet is basically an electronic document that will help to manage the data in the form of rows and columns. So in today's session we will cover up this chapter. Chapter is little bit lengthy, but it is an important chapter. In final exam maybe 15 marks weightage will be given to this chapter. Please keep in mind this chapter contains approximately 15 marks weightage. So MS Word 2007 version we are discussing. It is a window based application package that provides a powerful tool and features which can be used to analyze the data, share the data or manage your data. Whatever you want to do, it will perform the actions. It displays a table of numbers and text in which format? In format of rows and columns. And basically it's used for the purpose of accounting purpose, budgeting purpose, financial analysis, scientific application or other works with figures also. Because in MS Excel we can prepare charts also, we can prepare table also, we can perform calculation also. That's why it's an important tool for financial and accounting system also. So it performs detailed analysis of numerical data. The analysis is done by defining formulas to perform calculation on a set of data that are linked different worksheets and present data in a form of graphs. So it will help to calculate the formulas also. It will help to calculate the graphs on the basis of given data also. It will also help to maintain the record. It will help to manage the record also. So it automatically recalculates the result of mathematical formulas if the source data change. If any value is getting changed in your data, it will automatically update in that value. An Excel file is a made up of worksheets. Worksheet is a main page that will be displayed in Excel file, which collectively are called a workbook. Basically, in a workbook, if we discuss about 2007 version, 3 worksheets are given by default. But in 2010 MS Office version, in 2010 Office, it contains only single workbook and the name of workbook is workbook only. And the name of worksheet is sheet. So worksheet are pages within a workbook. So it means multiple workbooks, multiple worksheets are there in a one workbook and it contains data or it can be a blank also. So worksheet can contain information and work independently of each other or can be linked together to form a workbook. It means if we are having 3 worksheets in a one workbook, we can interlink each data with each other in a same workbook also. Each worksheet contains horizontal rows and vertical columns. Here you need to update something. Here in this line it is written the maximum number of rows is 18,278. It's wrong. The actual total number of rows that are available in worksheet, these are 16,384. Again I repeat, it's 16,384 and it will start from column A and last column is A, F, D. And total number of maximum rows are 10,48,576. Now one more thing, one more tool tip. If we want to see the last row, just we will press Ctrl plus down arrow key. If we want to see the last column, just we will press Ctrl plus right arrow key. It will directly move to last row or directly move to last column. To move to the last row, we will press Ctrl plus down arrow key. To move to the last column, Ctrl plus right arrow key. So what is the objective of this chapter? After reading this chapter, you will be able to explain the basic features of Excel, how to set and print the page, how to modify a worksheet, how to enter data, how to use formula functions, how to format data, or how to use the auto format and auto correct features, and how to prepare the charts. This all content will be covered in MS Excel chapter. So let's start with the session. First, how to start the MS Excel, how to start the software. To start the software, just click on the start button in Windows 7 and afterward highlight the all program option. The menu will be open. Select Microsoft Excel from list of programs. Afterward, click on Microsoft Excel. So in a summarized way, start all programs, Microsoft Office or Microsoft Excel commands. It is already given. In a single line it is given, it is shortcut. First click on start button, then all programs, then Microsoft Office, then Microsoft Excel command from menu bar. This is the format to open a Excel sheet. Next part, now see the format. This is at bottom start button. When you click on start button, all program option is there. In all program, MS Office or Microsoft Office, then select Microsoft Office Excel 2007. It is the actual format. And the symbol right direction, it will represent the forward arrow, or it will present the direction how to be followed. Now Excel window. What is the view of Excel window? If anybody asks you, define the interface of MS Excel sheet or define the view of MS Excel sheet. It is the actual view of Excel window, in which Office button is there, quick access toolbar is there, tabs are there, dialog box launcher is there, ribbon is there, name box is there, active cell, groups, formula bar, columns. We will study each and every part one by one. You will be understood more. I will tell you in detail now. So first thing, we are discussing about Excel ribbon. What is called ribbon? Ribbon is basically a part of complete options which are available in a particular part. Like you are looking, this is a ribbon. It is a complete ribbon. In a ribbon, these total number of 8 are tabs. First tab is home, second is insert, third is page layout, fourth is formulas, fifth one is data, sixth is reviews, seventh is view, and eighth is add in. These all are called tabs. And the all options which are available at bottom, these are under home tab. When we click on insert tab, then all options will be changed. When we click on page layout, then option will be again changed. So a ribbon is a combination of multi-function available under a one tab. In this area, now see, on the top left corner, one button is there that is known as Office button. That will provide the functionality like a file option. When we click on Office button, it will provide the option new, home, save, save as, print, print preview. So many options it will provide. Just after the Office button, 4 buttons are available. These buttons are known as Quick Access Toolbar. Quick Access Toolbar, it can be written as QAT. So QAT contains by default 4 options. One is save, second is undo, third is redo, and fourth option is adjust according to the requirement. Next part is tab we have discussed, or Quick Access Toolbar we have discussed. These all are the command buttons. Command buttons are given. Now at bottom you will see, if anybody asks you what is group, a collection of similar type of function is called a group. Like if we discuss on first part is font. In font we can change the font size, font style, font type, font heading. So a combination of these all, like you are looking in group A option, alignment option contains all such functions. So a group of all such function is called a group. And in Excel sheet, the groups are, first group is clipboard, second group is font, third group is alignment, fourth group is numbers, fifth group is styles, sixth group is caps, and seventh group is editing. Sixth is cells. So total number of groups that are available under home tab, these are 7: clipboard, font, alignment, number, style, cells, and editing. Now we will discuss in more detail. We will discuss about Office button. Which type of options are available in Office button? Office button contains the options like new, open, save, save as, print, prepare, send, publish, or close. QAT, recently I told, it's a quick access toolbar. It contains the options save, undo, redo, and the toolbar is completely customizable. We can exchange according to our requirement. We can increase the size. Next is tabs. Recently I told total number of tabs available in a worksheet are, these are 8: home, insert, page layout, formulas, data, review, and view. And group, each tab has a number of groups. Recently I have discussed group have many number of options. Recently we have done In a single group, a multiple option will be there, and total number of groups available under home tab, these are 7. One, clipboard. Second, phone. Third, alignment. Fifth one is this numbers. Sixth one is style. Seventh is cells, and eighth one is editing. So these all are known as, what they are known as? They are known as groups. After group, next option that is available, that is dialog box launcher. Dialog box launcher, it is just available at bottom. It means a corner button is known as dialog box launcher. It will provide the number of options on each group corner. One arrow button will be there, bottom dialog list is there, that is known as dialog box launcher. One more thing, this chapter is fully practical also. We will do the practical experiment from this chapter also. Next is, what is MS Excel workbook and worksheet? An Excel workbook is a file which contains one or more worksheets, and that can be used to organize the related information or data. And each new workbook comes with 3 worksheets. Recently I told, by default in MS 2007, by total number of worksheet under one workbook are 3. It is 1 mark question. How many worksheets are available in under one workbook? It is 3. And what is the name of worksheet? The name of worksheet is by default sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. Each workbook contains how many worksheet maximum? Maximum number of worksheets that can be inserted in a one workbook, that are 255. By default 3 worksheet. Maximum it can be 255 worksheet. And data is entered into a worksheet. Always data is entered in worksheet. Workbook is a group of worksheets. Each workbook has a name on its sheet tab at the bottom left. Recently I told it is sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, like this. By default 3 sheets are available. Now opening the workbook. How to open the workbook? For opening a workbook, just click on Microsoft Office button, then click new option. Under template, select blank and recent, and under blank and recent in the right pane. So these are the options: template, blank and recent, under blank and recent. You will click on blank workbook, and afterward click on create. So in a short form we can speak, click on Microsoft Office button, then click on new, and then select blank workbook, and then click on create option. Next is data entry. Data entry means to say which type of data is accepted by a worksheet. A data can be entered in the form of numbers, in the form of text, in the form of date and time, and in the form of data series. Numbers are from the entire range of numeric values. It can be whole number, like it can be a simple decimal number, it can be a scientific notation, it can be a real number, it can be any type of number. Excel displays scientific notation automatically. If a number is entered too much long, then its view will be, and it will display as a scientific entity. And number sign, like if it is showing like this, it can be seen when a cell entry is too long. Like you are entering 15 digit number, but you are having only 5-6 digit space. In that case, it will show data in a hash form. You need to extend the size of column. Next is text. Text means to say alphabet data can be entered. Select the cell in which data has to be entered and type the text, and press enter key to finish the text entry. Text is displayed in the active cell. Which cell is currently working, it will be displayed in that cell as well as in formula bar. It means text can be displayed on 2 positions. One is active cell, second is formula bar. But if numbers are treated as text, how to write a number in a form of text? To writing a number in a form of text, just use a apostrophe sign. Write apostrophe, then you can write any number. It will become the text data. It will not become a alphabet then. So calculation cannot be done for any text data. Any data, either it is numeric, either it is text form. If it is written in a text format, calculation cannot be performed. But on numeric data, calculation can be performed. Either addition, subtraction, multiply, divide, whatsoever you want to perform, everything can be performed. But on text data, no any calculation can be performed. Next is date and time. Data can be entered in date and time format also. When date and times are entered in a cell, Excel convert these entries into a serial number. So and kept as background information. So the date and time will be displayed on a worksheet in a format selected. You need to change the format. You will select the date format. It will display data in a dated form. If you select the option journal, it will display data in a numeric form or text form. So to write the data in a date and time format, you need to select the option date. Next is data in series. Series means to say a range. If you are having 1,000 student, you need not to type 1 to 1000 serial number. You will type only 2 3 number. Afterward, it will follow the same series. So fill a range of cell either with the same value or with a series of value with the help of autofill. Autofill option is to fill up a series. Now how to navigate at the worksheet? Navigate means to say move. So one can advance through worksheet by rows with the vertical scroll or by columns with the horizontal scroll. We can move to the row and columns by scroll bar. When the thumb tab on the scroll bar is clicked and dragged, a screen tip appears along with that bar. That will identify the row and column to which the view is advancing. And keyboard shortcut we can also use for navigation. So firstly, page setup. Page setup can be managed. To do the page setup option, just click on page layout tab. Afterward, click on page setup option. Page setup group is there. In page setup group, you can set the margin or you can add header and footer also. You can add header and footers also. I'll show you once, please. Let me do start Excel sheet also. I'll show you more. See now, it is a blank worksheet. In a blank worksheet, I'll show you now. How to do the page setup. To do the page setup, just bring your cursor on page layout. In page layout option, we are having the option of orientation. We are having the option of height, width. Every option is available. It depends upon which option you want to use. But as per 2007, it is 2010 view. As per 2007, the actual view of page setup will be like this format. See now. In page setup option, you will find the option margin setting, orientation setting, size setting, print area setting, background setting. So what is the margin setting? Margin means to say you can arrange your text from top, bottom, left and right position. Orientation means to say you can display it in a horizontal or vertical form, or we can speak landscape or portrait form. In size, we can set the size of paper that will be printed. Next option is how to save and print the workbook. To save and print the workbook, just click on Office button, then select Save As option and type the file name and press Save. And for printing, same thing, just select Print option from a Microsoft Office button. Next is how to editing the Excel sheet. To do the editing in Excel sheet, firstly you will select the cell range. So to enter data in a worksheet, first a cell or range will be selected. And when an Excel worksheet is open, cell A1 is already active. So by default, which cell is active? By default, cell A1 is active. It is 1 mark question again. An active cell will be appeared to have a darker border. A darker border will be there on the active cell. It will be little bit different from other cell. And the simplest way to select a cell is with the mouse pointer. We can click in a complete sheet anywhere, that cell will be selected and that will become the active cell. So move the mouse to the desired cell and just click on with right button. Whatsoever is typed goes into the cell. To select a range of cell, click on one cell and hold down the left mouse button and drag the mouse pointer to the last cell. If you want to select any particular list group of cell, like see now, if I want to select this area, I'll click here. Afterward, I'll drag with the mouse button till where I want to select it. See now, I can select a number of rows as per my requirement. Whatsoever I want to do it, I can select it accordingly. all cell will be selected. Next part, cell to select. To select the cell, we are having a number of options. We can select a single cell, we can select a group of cell. So first option is single cell. To select a single cell, just click once in a cell. To select the entire row, click on the row labels. Now what is row label? I will show you row label what it is. To select a complete row, just click on right side. Numbers are written. You can select on any row. It is selected on a single click. So it is known as row label. Roll number it is. If you want to select a cell in a form of columns, just select the column label. It will select the whole cell till last value. Next part, entire row done, entire column done. Afterward, entire worksheet. Click the whole sheet button. Just click on the whole sheet button. It will select the entire worksheet. And cluster of cell, drag mouse and hold the mouse till by using shift key if you want to select the group of cell recently we have done. Next is how to editing data in a cell. To do editing in a data, we are having a shortcut key that is known as F2. In some keyboard, Fn function is also there. Fn button is there. In that case, you need to press Fn plus F2 option. What will you do? Firstly, you will select the data for editing. You will press F2. Afterward, you will use backspace key to erase the previous data, to erase the wrong data. And afterward, you will start to retype the correct data, and afterward you press enter. It will convert it into the new data. And if the content of cell is to be cleared, select the cell and press delete key. To clear the cell, you can use delete key also. And to get back to the previous entry, either click on undo button, and shortcut key for undo is Ctrl plus Z. And second option, we can move, click on edit and undo command. But the best option is you can press Ctrl plus Z to move to the previous step. Next is how to modify a worksheet. To modify a worksheet, we can apply the option, we can add worksheet, we can add rows, we can add columns. To add a worksheet, just click on Home tab, select Cell Group option, Cell Group. In this, select the Insert option and insert worksheet. For a row, same process is there, only you have to select Insert Sheet Row. For a column, it is same, just select Insert Sheet Column. Everything that is under the addition process, we want to add something, everything it is present in Insert option. It is also a rememberable thing. If anybody asks you how to add a worksheet, how to add a row, how to add a column, every option for insert is present in the Insert option. Next is resizing rows and columns. Resize means to say to extend the width and height. Resize a row by dragging the line below the level of row to be resized. And resize a column is similar in a manner by dragging the line to the right of level. I'll show you through practical. See now. Suppose I want to increase the cell size. I want to increase the K column size. I will bring the cursor on right corner and I'll extend it accordingly. If I want to extend the row size, same I bring the cursor on bottom and I'll extend. The size will be changed. Next part is we can set the height and width according to the particular value also. To select the particular height, just we will click on Home tab, Cell Group, click Format and Column Width. I'll show you it. It will be more understandable. You will move to Cell Group, in which in Format option you will get row height, column width, every option you will get. You can extend the size of row and column according to your requirement. It will ask for size. See now. I have changed the width. It is increasing. Next is moving and copying cell and freeze pane. Freeze means to say fix. So how to move the cell, how to copy the cell? To move the cell, just click on it is like a copy and paste option. I'll tell you shortcut key also. If you want to move the cell, it is cut and paste option. So we can use shortcut key Control plus X and Control plus V. But by using the option, we can select Home tab in clipboard group, select cut, highlight the cell. And to paste, Home tab, clipboard group and select paste option. So in home group, firstly you will cut the data. Afterward in home group, you will paste the data. And shortcut key is Control plus X for cut and Control plus V for paste. And to copy the data, same thing. If you do it through options, then bring cursor your home tab, select clipboard group and select copy option. Afterward you have to paste, then home tab, clipboard group and paste. Shortcut key for copy is Control plus C and shortcut key for paste is it is Control plus V. Just select the cell, then press Control plus C, bring your cursor where you want to paste and just press Control plus V. It is also the option. Next is drag and drop. To move the cell content only short distance, drag and drop method is used. If you want to bring the data from one cell to another cell, you can use drag and drop option also. Next is freeze pane to lock the specific row or column. We can freeze a specific row or column. To lock both row and column, click the cell below and to the right of where the split has to be appear. To lock the row, select the row below where the split is to be appeared. And to lock the column, select the column to the right of where the split is to be appeared. Like we will see the option. Freeze pane option is under. I'll show you the option where it is. It is under view option, freeze pane. We can fix the row or column. We can freeze the top row or we can freeze the first column. It is freeze pane option. Next is find and replace data. To find and replace, we are having a shortcut key also. To find and replace, we are having a shortcut key that is Control plus H. Or second option, we will do it through clicking on options. Just click on home tab, select editing group and then find and select option and then find. Write whatever you want to find in a find what option. And in select replace option, you will write the item whatever you want to change it. So to do the option of replace, just click on home tab, editing group, click find and select option and replace it. Now so many options are there: replace all, replace, find all, find next or close. Replace all will replace the complete content in a single click. If you have written the item word 20 times in a document, it will replace the item word with new item in a whole document in single click. Replace will click a single first element only, and find all will search the particular item where it is available. It will not replace. And find next will search the item single wise or single item. Autofill option to fill up a series of rows and numbers. Autofill is used to automatically fill a series of numbers and text combination, date and time based on data pattern established. So select cell and drag the fill handle. Just select the cell and on right bottom corner one small box is there. Just drag it and drop it till where you want to do the changes. Afterward, formatting cell. To cell formatting, we need the alignment group. Alignment means to say how to change the left, right, top and bottom direction. So number tab. The data can be selected from the option on this tab. Select the range and click on the category. Apply that style to number. If the cell contains text and number, it doesn't have any specific number format, If number category is selected, number can be represented as integer decimal with the number of decimals. And date and time, it is used to change the date format and time format option. It is the type of number tab. Next is alignment tab. That will give the text alignment, like you have to adjust left, right, top, bottom direction. It is the alignment tab. And font tab will provide the functionality of to change the font size, font style, font effect and font face. Other options are available that are bold, italic, underline options are also available in a font tab. In border tab, in the format cell dialog box, in border option, the size and the style of border can be changed. Next is formatting row and column. To format a row and column, we can use hide option also. For formatting row and column, auto fit selection features can also be used. It adjusts a column width and height according to the widest entry of a column and tallest height of a row. Select home tab, then cell group option, and then click format, and then autofill row height option. It adjusts the width of column according to the widest entry in a column. Next is hide and unhide option. Hide is used to hide the data. Hide the selected column or row through the data is still available. To hide the data, we are having the option, we will click on home tab. In home tab, we will click on cell group. In cell group, we are having the format option. In format option, we will move to the visibility part. In visibility, we will select hide and select unhide option. In hide and unhide option, we can hide column or we can hide row. Select any one of three options, or we can hide sheets also, we can hide row also, we can hide column also. So it is for hiding. Now afterward, to unhide a column or row, same process will be available. When you will hide the column, then this option will convert in unhide, and option will be unhide row, unhide column, unhide sheet. So one time it will be hide, one time it will be unhide. Next part is formatting the text. To format the text, we are having a number of options like merge and center option to arrange the text in the center position and to combine a number of columns in one cell. So for that, what will you do? You will click on home tab. In home tab, in alignment group, you will click on merge and center option. All selected cells are now merged in a single cell, and first cell value will be displayed in a center. Whatever value is written in first cell, it will display in the center position. And to unmerge the cell, simply follow the same process. And basic changes we can do, like we can do bold, italic and underline option. We can do it by shortcut also, Control plus B, Control plus I and Control plus U. Or we can do it from option also, like by clicking on home tab. Afterward, in font group, select B for bold, I for italic and U for underline. And to change the background color, just select the cell on the ribbon, select the home tab option. In font group, click on fill color option and choose the particular color which we want to perform on a particular cell. So in this session, we will study till here. Afterward, in next video, we will meet with the next part. So thank you, have a nice day. If you are facing any problem, you can contact me on my personal number also. Thank you, have a nice day.